Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Now that my two obligatory informative videos are done for the day, it's time to talk about current events in the online fitness community. So let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about Jerry Ward. I haven't talked about Jerry in a while. And actually, guys, the only reason I bring this up, rather than make a separate video, I want to let you guys know, the only reason I know about this is that there was a fake account commenting as me, pretending to be me in Jerry's video comments, and people saw it and came to talk to me about it. And I had to remind people, I do not ever comment in other people's videos. I have no membership on any forums anywhere. I have no active membership on any forum on any topic. So anyone pretending to be me on a forum, anyone commenting in someone else's videos, absolutely a fake profile. Absolutely not me. 100% chance it's not me. So just letting you guys know, please report those fake profiles because they're imposters. I absolutely didn't comment in Jerry's video, but I went and saw the video. And what I thought was interesting is the points Jerry made. Now, I'm going to bust Jerry's balls a little bit here because Jerry has it coming. But I'm not going to disagree with everything that he said. Jerry actually said some very positive things in the video. He said some positive things in the video. Now, what I think is interesting is that he's saying, though, the whole community now is changing and everyone's talking about health as of the last week. That everyone's concerned about health and fitness now. Maybe guys have gone too far, gotten too big because of these two deaths, that it took everyone by surprise. Now, I know Jerry doesn't watch my stuff anymore since we had a falling out, but I predicted specifically the deaths of these two people and actually made videos asking these guys to back it down before they killed themselves. I made those videos. I made at least 3 different videos where I specifically said to Rich, what you are doing right now at this moment is going to kill you. It is going to kill you. If your fans are watching this, don't hate on me. Please ask Rich to back it down a notch because it's not going to kill him 10 years from now. It's going to kill him soon. I made at least 3 different videos when different incidents happened, including that bigger by the day stuff. I'm like, he can't do that at his age. This will kill him. He could be dead within a year because of this. I said that. People remember that. Same thing, Dallas McCarver, when he fell out at the age that he's at and the way that went down at that bodybuilding show, I specifically said this guy has to stop what he is doing or it is going to kill him very soon. He really has to stop. That was 6 months before he died. I made that video and I said, you know, Dallas, you probably won't see my videos, but if you see this, you really need to rethink what you're doing. This is going to kill you. So Jerry's saying, oh, people are talking about after these events, but I was saying all along, I said a long time ago, this is going to kill these guys. This whole community really needs to get a grip on this stuff. Now, is it unfortunate that people had to lose, that 2 guys had to die that people look up to and that are their heroes, for a lot of people to say, holy shit, I really need to start rethinking this. I think it's sad that that had to happen, but it did. And here's the thing, there's going to be more of them. There's going to be more of them. There are going to be YouTubers because of the lifestyles they've been living that within the next 2 or 3 years, there's several of them that aren't going to make it. And they're no harder to predict than these 2 were. The signs are there. I'm not going to get into who they are at this moment, but the signs are there, guys. And Jerry's saying, you know, I've pushed a lot of this in the past. I've partied hard. I've used a lot of drugs. If I want to set an example, I've got to come off everything, including the TRT. Well, that's going to be interesting, Jerry. That's going to be interesting. Anyone want to make predictions on what's going to happen to Jerry with his knowledge of training when he comes off the TRT? I'm not going to make a prediction. I want you guys, even his fans, people who follow Jerry, people who love Jerry. What do you predict is going to happen? I think it's pretty obvious. I don't need to call it. But it is interesting that Jerry always says that people can't keep any of their size on TRT, that everyone loses it. He's made multiple videos discussing that. In fact, he said at one time he knew I was blasting a bunch of gear because of the weights that I was still lifting compared to the UK when I've come back to Texas, that I had to be blasting a bunch of gear, that it's not possible that I was only on TRT. You know what? I am just on TRT. I've been on TRT for a long time, too. I haven't been blasting gear. I'm not saying I didn't at certain points on YouTube. I didn't say I didn't at certain points during my powerlifting career, but what I was doing is not anywhere near what the level a lot of these guys are doing who even claim Natty, who are blasting gear. There's a world of difference between what I consider to be blasting versus what these guys are doing. But you know what? Even what I was doing then, I wouldn't consider doing now at my age. I'm 40 years old. I'm just not willing to take those sort of risks with my own life and my own health. But it's interesting that, you know, I have maintained a certain degree of strength. Am improving, am cutting, doing everything successfully, feeling better. And actually, Jerry, I am on TRT. That's what I'm on, bro. That's what I'm on, and I have been for quite a long time now. I don't even have it pinned down to an exact date, but it's been a very long time. It's not like something I just started doing a few months ago. You know, we're talking a long time. And you know what? I'm doing just fine. My blood work's looking better. I'm doing healthy, and that's okay. It's just an interesting side note that he's saying that when Jerry said before that I couldn't just be on TRT, and all right, fine, whatever, dude. I'm not that massive. I'm not that strong. But yeah, the whole thing is, no, I think TRT is perfectly healthy. I don't have, in fact, if anything, TRT should probably be encouraged to people who medically qualified. That we've got good data on that. We know that people who have low testosterone or medically qualified benefit from it. But as far as this whole thing goes, you know, Jerry, I'm actually glad that Jerry is willing to talk about his own health now and to focus on it more. Jerry and I might not get along. We might not like each other. I don't want to see the dude drop dead. I don't want to see him die. You know, it's one thing to dislike someone, all right? And it's another thing entirely to wish them poor health and to die, okay? Two totally different things. I don't dislike him that much. You know, because we've had some words, we've had some disagreements. That's not enough to wish somebody poor health or death. It just really isn't. It isn't. So part of me is actually glad that, okay, he's going to look after his own health. But here's the thing. So he's saying, okay, everyone needs to come off the drugs. And if he wants to set a good example, he's going to do that. Are you going to do it with everything else, Jerry? Are you going to admit that it's not just the guys pushing this much size that's killing all these guys? And a lot of these guys who you are younger now and not even pushing as hard as these two guys are doing are still going to die from what they're doing. They're still pushing their body in ways that's going to harm them and kill them in 10 years, 20 years. A lot of them are. A lot of these kids out here are doing lifestyles like that. Are you going to admit that it is the bodybuilding lifestyle itself that's the problem? Yes, the polydrug abuse is one hell of a part of it. How about the extreme cutting? How about the extreme cutting? Because getting as shredded as these guys think they need to be today, or telling people they don't even look like they lift unless they're at 6% body fat, that you got to be peeled to look like you're in shape. Bodybuilding world has pushed all of that. That kills people. That absolutely harms health. If we'd seen look at the blood work on even natty competitive bodybuilders. Look at that study Eric Helms did, looking at protein and muscle loss. Have you seen the blood work on those people? All right, bodybuilding itself is destructive to health. You cannot promote either the sort of size or the level of leanness and shreddedness that these guys promote, even for smaller guys, and still be talking about health. There's a certain point where this stuff is destructive all the way around. Jerry, are you going to step up and admit that that's part of the problem too? If we're really going to talk about health, because you know what? I'm addressing the health problems in powerlifting. I've already stopped powerlifting. I've backed a bit out of it and said, you know what? I care more about my health and living longer and being fit into my old age than I do about chasing some trophies. You know, we only get one body. We only get one life that we know of. And if we abuse it chasing a trophy, we don't get that back. Are you going to admit that bodybuilding is a problem? How about the extreme diets? How about the extreme diets that the supplement companies have pushed on us now? People thinking they need 400 grams of protein and crap like that. Are you going to admit that that's part of the problem? Extreme diets? Telling people that they need to reach levels of leanness that is not sustainable. In other words, you want to talk about bad health, cutting over and over and over and cutting down to body fats that you can't stay at safely year-round and still feel good. Isn't that just as destructive to health as being too big and carrying too much size? Of course it is. Are we going to talk about all of that? Jerry, are you going to admit that that's killing people, and maybe the extreme diets and telling people they need 400 grams of protein and crap like that, that's not harming health? The extreme things that people are putting their body and their organs to, trying to cut down to 6% body fat. The extreme diets that people are doing instead of having a balanced, healthy lifestyle and saying, okay, yeah, getting lean and having abs, that's reasonable. You don't need to be shredded. You start getting shredded, it compromises your health. Look at the hormone profiles of people who do this. They look like they're 80 years old. You take these guys, even who are doing it natty, who cut down that lean, look at their blood work. They have the hormone profile of a 70 or 80-year-old man. Or people consuming excessive amounts of protein that we've never studied. We don't have any long-term studies to even determine the sort of protein intakes that are being advised out there are even safe. We don't have a single long-term study looking at it to say, well, this is okay. If anything, the experts are saying, guys, this is probably risky. You know, you don't need to be consuming that sort of protein. Okay, 150, 200 grams, that's okay. That seems to be fine. 350, 400, 500 grams, some of the crazy stuff that people are promoting. How about people promoting ketogenic diets? We know ketogenic diets are not particularly ideal. They're not healthy. Now, we could say, sure, they're better than the average American diet, but so is everything else. Health and fitness and people in this community coming forward and saying, okay, yeah, health matters. We can't be losing any more people. Well, you're losing people dropping dead competing in bodybuilding and harming their health and having to go on TRT because of permanent testosterone loss, who aren't even using drugs. The extreme dieting is harmful. When are we going to start promoting that people get to healthy athletic body fats and don't cut any leaner? Because that's not any better than being overweight. It's just as bad for you. People saying, oh, I'm going to cut and I'm going to do it with no cardio. People not doing cardio. Extreme diets, keto diets, ultra high protein diets. Where's the balance? Where's the balance? How many people who are following all this other crazy stuff who maybe aren't abusing a lot of drugs are going to have to die next before the community says, okay, well, maybe this is kind of stupid too? Because this community isn't about health or fitness. All right, so people are waking up and realizing blasting 4 grams a test with growth hormone and snorting cocaine is probably a bad idea. The fact that anybody needs someone to die before they realize that, those people are lost already anyways. If someone has to die for people to realize that, those are people who can't be helped. They can't be helped anyways. Let's talk about everyone else out here. Let's talk about people doing lifestyles that are fitness right now that, okay, maybe they're not going to die at 27 or 26 like Dallas McCarver did, but they might die at 45 or 50 because their fitness lifestyle is going to kill them young. When are we going to have more of that? When are we going to talk about that? Because this community is anything but fit and anything but healthy. And it goes way beyond the insane amount of drug abuse. That's just the tip of it. That's just the most extreme end of it. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.